I'm happy to see what else to do in this odd voice world. Hello everybody and welcome to another Digimon video.
Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of my Just a Dude podcast. The thing that I learned about failure and a lot of this path when it comes to becoming a content creator, or really choosing anything that it is that you want to do or be, because there's always going to be somebody that's going to look at it and say, oh, that's not conventional, that's not going to get you any money, you're not going to make it anywhere trying to do that, there's already too many people, or something along the lines of that. There's always going to be that negativity. But that negativity should never be a reason for you to stop. Just because someone wasn't able to make it that way doesn't mean that you won't.
Look at my test. 5 D. Right, we're here. 5 D. Oh no! We're going down! We're going down!
Dinosaurs very cute. The adhd, conceptualized in 1934 by John and Vincent Dinosaurs, it was actually completed and created in 1942. Not just in the world as short as intelligence. It would also be used to processes of the operating
Like that's for you. Oh no. Okay, that. Am I gonna talk like this the whole video? I don't know. Okay. Hello everybody and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me for a first look at Gorgonian.
Yeah, I love train going on through. Choo choo. Hello everybody and welcome to the circle. Run around in a circle. Run around in a circle. Run around in a circle. Circle running. Circle running. Myself alive with a circle running.
I'm happy to see what else to do in this odd voice world. Hello everybody and welcome to another Digimon video.
Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of my Just a Dude podcast. The thing that I learned about failure and a lot of this path when it comes to becoming a content creator, or really choosing anything that it is that you want to do or be, because there's always going to be somebody that's going to look at it and say, oh, that's not conventional, that's not going to get you any money, you're not going to make it anywhere trying to do that, there's already too many people, or something along the lines of that. There's always going to be that negativity. But that negativity should never be a reason for you to stop. Just because someone wasn't able to make it that way doesn't mean that you won't.
Look at my test. 5 D. Right, we're here. 5 D. Oh no! We're going down! We're going down!
Dinosaurs very cute. The adhd, conceptualized in 1934 by John and Vincent Dinosaurs, it was actually completed and created in 1942.
like that's for you. Oh no. Take that. My papa gets the whole Indian. I don't know. Hello everybody and welcome. Thank you so much for joining us for our first.
Can't make me. I don't want to go live. You can't make me.
Well, we're live. Too bad.
Help! 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 I'm being
Repressed.
I'm being forced into this podcast.
Help, help, I'm being repressed. That's no way to start a government just because some watery tart threw a sword at you.
God damn it! I fucking missed that shit.
Oh, I love Monty Python.
That's where the heck that came from.
Yeah.
I
it
know
came
that from Warcraft 3.
Yeah, but it's a Monty Python reference.
Okay, but the amount of Monty Python references that are in Warcraft 3?
My favorite thing that I saw with Monty Python recently was a dude. He was at a con, and dude walked up with a microphone. He's like, "So I've got a question for you." He's like, "No shit, you have a question for me. What else are we doing here? It's not like I'm coming here to like." Of course, you've got a question for me.
Yes, John Cleese. We know. Thank you for being the sassy motherfucker you've always been.
You know what? I would literally look at him and go, "So is this small dick energy?"
I mean,
I gotta be sass with sass.
I mean, you got to be careful
Yeah,
with that because he's got polio.
We are the knights who say knee.
No,
Whenever anybody starts talking about landscaping, I always chime in with the bring us a shrubbery.
we are no longer the knights who say knee. We are the knights who say riki tiki 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 patang zook boing. All
The
right.
holy hand grenade.
Oh god. The beast.
Dude, now I want to cosplay as one of fucking Arthur's knights and have the box with the holy hand grenade in it.
Someone see, you need to do King Arthur and someone needs to follow behind you with the coconut. Alrighty then. So let's
You know they did that because they couldn't afford the horses, right?
You are killing my wife.
I
She's
thought-
laughing so hard.
I thought that was both a choice for comedy and a choice for their budget.
Both. When they couldn't afford the horses, they had to figure out something to do, and somebody happened to have, if I remember right, like it's like a coconut string bikini that got left over from whoever was filming that location.
Oh right, it was It was actually left over from Gilligan's Island, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
But either way, everybody, thank you all so much for joining us today for our Bunch of Goofs livecast podcast. And today's subject will be, as we continue on from last episode, dinosaurs.
I don't know why. Tay-to-day
Chef,
contact.
There
What?
we go.
You had
I was
Oda
like,
waiting.
Dude,
Well, he
are you
can't.
okay?
He can't do it in the beginning every time. He's got to keep us on our toes.
Exactly.
Oh no, I expected him
But-
to go taint and then wait like a minute and go 2 and then wait another minute and go taint.
No, I haven't done that yet, but I got to keep you on the toes, but preferably not the big 6-inch retractable claw that, you can, catch you here, or maybe across the belly.
And eat you while you're still alive.
We get it, Alan. You don't like kids.
If you wanted to scare him, you could have just pulled a gun on him, right?
I think he would have been less scared considering he was in the American Southwest. I actually don't think a gun would have scared him.
And you know what? This is actually the perfect leeway into our first subject of the day, which is...
Why do you think I did that?
Yeah, which is what is your favorite dinosaur movie? And I want you don't have to stick with just one. You can go down a list. Because there's more than one. There's a lot of dinosaur movies out there, actually. Hell, I mentioned one in the last episode that y'all forgot about and then had to remember. Oh, God damn it, Chef.
Can I do TV shows as well?
Yeah, definitely. And also, dude, we don't need all of your Funko, not all of your Funko
I don't know
Pops.
what my favorite one. I don't know what my favorite one is.
No, we don't.
One of it. The number of people our age who like that movie is yes.
Hold on. I'm OCD and I have these all in numbered order, and now I gotta put them back.
All right. But Oda, so let's start with you, since Mr. Man over there needs to take his time.
I'm back.
Did either of you ever see a TV show called The Land of the Lost?
Dude, I used to watch that. I watched the
was-
reruns before fucking school every single day.
I was so hoping that you would mention that, because that was definitely one of my first crushes as a kid. Savage lady.
Yeah, I
in a-
love that T-Rex in that one.
Talking about the savage lady in the fucking, in the leather skin bikini.
Yeah, they got a properly fitting female to go in that outfit.
Yeah, but
But
I
And
just
then
love
there's
that
I
that
actually want to go back and rewatch all of them because I do not remember how it ended.
well, guess what? It's on Amazon
What?
Prime.
For free?
I believe so, actually. I believe the full all of the seasons are available on Amazon Prime right now. I will say that show,
so
though,
another-
had probably one of the best early stop motion T-Rexes.
Oh yeah. Here's another fun one for you. That's literally the
damn
'90s
it.
personified. Ready? Extreme Dinosaurs.
Why do I not remember that one?
Really? You're killing me
The
here.
same people who made Extreme Dinosaurs made Street Sharks.
Well, first off, everything in the fucking 90s sounded exactly like that.
That's true. I mean, shit. The
Yeah.
intro for Dino Riders was exactly the same. Guitar riff.
I remember
Dino
Dino
Riders.
What was it called? Extreme Dinos?
Extreme Dinosaurs. It had one of the worst but most entertaining plots ever.
You know, it was the
Oh, I remember this.
the people were, you know, there was the pterodon with a fucking, what is it, like 6-shooter on his wrist.
I remember this very vaguely, but I remember this.
I think one of them was a
And
yellow
somehow
T-Rex.
The raptors are the bad guy, but the T-Rex was friends with all the herbivores.
I had the Triceratops toy.
Oh man.
It was the only one I ever got, but I had that one.
But
Oh
that's
wait, no, I had I had the Pteranodon too.
that
Here,
show
I
was
got
a
the-
serious blast from
one
the
more.
past.
Oh, I got one more. It wasn't the entire show, but the fact they were in there, and I owned the T-Rex from this. The Dinobots. The first episode with the Dinobots was one of my favorite episodes of Transformers.
Okay, but which Dinobot did you
owned
have?
Grimjaw.
You had Grimjaw. Of course you had Grimjaw.
Duh. I only could get one. I got the T-Rex. Duh.
Duh. So aside from
Grimlock, sorry.
Yeah, Grimlock.
aside from my best friend right here, besides Rexy in Jurassic Park, my other favorite one was a kids show that had no business being a kids show. And everybody remembers it from one character's most said line.
Oh baby, oh baby.
Not the mama.
It wasn't a kid's show.
The
It was
ending-
very
That was
much.
a primetime TV show.
The ending
That was
for that
actually a
show.
primetime TV show.
Yeah. But the ending for that show was so fucking dark that
Because I've told you what happened. at the ending
Dinosaurs.
of
for
it.
dinosaurs.
No. You do not remember the story that I told you about the ending of Dinosaurs, do you?
Oh yeah, they changed it.
They changed it
Yeah.
because it was quote too dark.
No, I'm
and
talking.
they changed it after the original airing.
Mhm.
They changed it for the blast from the past, the VHS box set.
But I'm talking
And
about the
I-
original aired ending though.
The one where he started the collapse of everything and was the extinction event for the dinosaurs.
He was the reason for, the Ice Age.
Oh yeah.
I don't even think you can find that ending anymore.
You can find it on
Yeah.
YouTube.
YouTube it.
Well, YouTube's different. YouTube is fucking funded by people who,
Yeah.
like people like us. I'm saying in the VHS, any of the streaming and the box sets or the DVD box sets, I don't think you can get the original ending.
No, unless of course, you are one of the few people that bought the original Technicolor box set. That was the
Yes.
only one where it was the original ending. But good luck finding that, because that was an old ass fucking VHS set.
They
And
were also
considering the rarity of it, it's probably like the first edition of like Magic the Gathering cards.
Or
they were also
Good
very
luck.
that first Technicolor run was actually very limited too. Because they were already in the process of changing the ending.
Because they determined it
Yeah.
after, like, literally a few days
After it
after
aired.
airing. They're like, oh shit, bad idea.
Mhm.
Because they didn't
Oh,
realize
do you
that even
guys
though it was
remember-
prime time, kids were still watching it.
One, did you hear that?
Yes.
They heard you.
I also heard her say "not the mama" earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The one episode I remember because the ending made me laugh so hard was when they had the plant.
The one that ate their dog.
No, the one that basically was drugs.
Yeah.
Oh
And
god.
and they had a log, and the dad had this log speech about how they could leave it there as a symbol of their resolve, yada yada, and the mom just freaking burned it.
He's like,
Or we
fuck
could do
this.
that.
Listen,
That show was great.
what's his name? Clarence?
Back in the fuck, what was his name?
Shit. The dad though was by far one of my favorite characters.
Oh god, it was Al Bundy, Fred Flintstone, and Homer Simpson as a dinosaur.
It really was, and I fucking loved it. And oh my god,
Yes, I did too.
have you seen what the suits look like today?
They're dilapidated as shit.
They're fucking nightmare fuel.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Very much so.
Yeah, no, like honestly, if any of y'all
Earl-
go to Google and you look up the
that's-
original suits, you will be scared to shit.
I forgot about this little bit of tidbit information for it.
Hmm?
Do you remember their last name?
No.
Without looking it up.
No, I
Sinclair.
didn't know they had one.
Well, the dad's name is Earl Schneed Sinclair.
Sinclair.
The reason the family's last name is Sinclair is a fucking joke.
Oh.
There is granted they were much more prevalent back then, a gas station brand called Sinclair. Their logo is a green long neck green sauropod. Actually, my buddy Eli uses a lot of their logos, but remixed because his middle name's Sinclair, so that's part of his brand.
I remember that
but-
gas station.
They're still around, but mostly like northwest, but not as far as like California and Oregon and all that stuff.
There's a few that
They're
are
really,
in
like-
Nevada
like
and in Vegas, going
the
down to
plains,
Vegas.
basically. Yeah, it's like the plains area of the country. But Sinclair is a gas station. Their last name is Sinclair because when dinosaurs die, they become oil, which becomes gas, which gets used at the Sinclair gas station.
I love it.
Actually, the first episode of Extreme Dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Hmm.
No, not at all. Like I said, it took me a minute to even
They
remember
kept
that.
thinking they kept trying to find the dinosaurs, and then they realized the smell they were smelling was the fossil fuels.
So the baby didn't even get a name. The baby's name was Baby Sinclair.
He was just known as the baby because he never grew up.
Mm-mm.
I still remember
my
the
God, I
episode
forgot
where he
about
ate
that.
his own tail.
So there's another reference to a gas station in there too. It's Roy Danger Hess because Hess gas stations used to be a thing, and now they're Circle
Used?
K. Yeah.
That's what happened to Hess?
Mm-hmm.
They got bought
They got
out.
bought.
Mm.
They went bankrupt and got bought out by Circle K.
Hmm.
That was so many of my Christmas traditions right there because of the Hess trucks.
Yep, exactly. There's another character. Her name's Monica DeVertebrate. She was a brontosaurus. Ralph Needlenose.
I love
Gus Spikeback. Oh, the names were great. And like I said, this entire show was just funny. And the thing is like it may not have been intentionally for kids or intended for kids, but hi, I'm a kid that watched that because I watched primetime TV. Because back then cable was expensive.
And guess what
Yeah,
raised
also,
us as
excuse
a
me.
generation?
TV.
TV.
Yeah. There's also the fact that show has the same thing as Battlestar Galactica, the original version of it, where the show wasn't unpopular, it was just too expensive.
So, do you know the runtime for Dinosaurs?
No.
One season, I think.
No. April 26, 1991 to July 20th, 1994.
Huh.
And it was on ABC.
The fact that it was
didn't
on
know it lasted that long.
ABC is ridiculous.
Well, if it was on Fox, it would have been canceled after one season.
True. And now it's on YouTube and tablets. And Roblox, apparently.
Okay, so that was another one of mine. We haven't gotten Faja's yet. We've just been talking about dinosaurs.
It was a great show.
It was.
a
It
great
was.
show. They need to reboot it, but the problem is they never would because by today's standards, it was so politically incorrect.
But it was.
Plus, could you?
Yeah.
I don't think anybody knows how to make those anymore.
There's like honestly, there are 3
Top
series nowadays that I don't think can ever air on TV anymore. One of those is Dinosaurs. Another one of those is Boondocks.
I will keep. I reserve my comments for that off stream.
And the final one, well, honestly, would be Afro Samurai. But yeah.
Afro Samurai was good. It wasn't even that bad.
Yeah, but there are some people that get all bent out of shape over it. Especially with with Ubisoft and their bullshit with their fuck ups. But that's not the subject
That's a discussion for a different day.
That is another discussion. All right, so
what are your favorite, Faja?
when it comes to favorite movies, I did mention this, and I'm gonna mention it again because honestly, this was the movie that started my interest in dinosaurs, which is Baby, The Lost Legend. But another series that I'm going to talk about that is an old-ass cartoon, because we're bringing up old-ass cartoons, is one I just mentioned earlier.
Oh, I forgot about one.
Oh?
No, go ahead, because
Okay.
I'm wondering if this is going to be the same one. Because we have talked about what just came to mind for me.
Okay. Well, the one I was going to mention is one I already mentioned. It's Dino Riders, because holy crap, Dino Riders was by far one of my favorite toys I ever owned. Granted, I did break my mother's antique armoire mirror with the missile that launched from the Stegosaurus. That was bad.
I just remembered one that it was for kids. I don't know how it was for kids, but it was for kids.
Oh.
It was the first dinosaur movie I ever saw. And I was not expecting that. Land Before Time.
Fuck you, that's what I was going to bring up.
No, Land Before Time is definitely was the last one that it was going to be the one I was going to bring up after, because one, fuck you for destroying my emotions with that movie. Because
okay, first off, let's be honest. That fucking movie was the first foray into actually teaching kids about emotions, as opposed to just like Disney's
Bambi,
Snow White, and et cetera, blah blah blah. Fuck Bambi. Bambi, it's what's for dinner. But no, I mean, for me, like Land Before Time was the first like first realistic because it was animated dinosaurs. um, dealings with death
I
of a
mean,
parent specifically.
that scene where you saw
Bambi
him
did that.
chasing his own fucking shadow,
Shadow.
that was a lot. I mean, yeah,
Is it
Bambi
bad
did
if
that,
I'm
but once
34
again, Bambi's just a goddamn fucking deer.
So is it bad if I am 34 years old and if I see a what is it, an oak leaf or is it a sycamore leaf? I can't remember which. Anyway, if I see any of those big fucking ones, I still call them tree stars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and okay, I'm gonna say this. This is gonna make me sound like a horrible person, but that was one of the movies where actually is the reason why I like the T-Rex.
Chomper.
No, the first movie.
You like the
I know.
Sharptooth?
The
That
first-
was exactly as a predator should act.
yeah.
Yeah, no, that's true.
I actually saw a video that was talking about that. How the original movie's antagonist is the T-Rex or the sharp teeth. But it is one of the very few depictions in any sort of animated movie where predators act like predators. And like it made like it had no lines. It was a very it was just an animalistic hunter, and it made it so much more suspenseful when they were running from an antagonist that they could not reason with, as most cartoon movies back in the day.
And honestly, when it came
Also, I
down
love the fact
to
that
There was lag.
Yeah.
There was a big lag spike there.
But yeah, what I was gonna say though, honestly, when it came
yeah.
down to the whole, when it came down to the antagonists in the movies, not only was the Sharptooth done well, they've done antagonists well throughout the other movies. Like there was one where the main antagonists were Oviraptors, and they depicted them properly. They weren't just about eggs; they were also
that was two.
Yeah. They didn't just eat eggs, though. They also were able to eat.
Chomper's egg.
Yeah, but they were also able to eat They were herbivores too. They showed them as omnivores. That was one of the first times they ever did that in any media.
Plus, that's also where the egg song comes from.
And I love that song.
The one other theme that was a little dark at the time for that movie, for the first one, is it was the extinction event. They were starving, so they didn't just have a predator after them. They were the only food for that animal, and it knew it.
Was it the extinction event? I thought it was just a migratory pattern.
No,
it was extinction.
It was
The
literally
fertile
Ice
valley-
Age, a period carrying.
Yeah, the valley is basically like the Savage Land in Marvel. It was the last area where there was still vegetation for the herbivores to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's essentially their Eden.
It's been decades since I've watched it, so excuse
Dude,
the
it's just
ignorance.
permanently. I'm sorry, the story's just burned into my heart. I can never forget it.
No,
Shit,
although-
that movie has so. Oh,
Are we good? The lag fucking sucks here sometimes.
I don't know.
Looks like.
I was just gonna say real quick, like that movie has like so many, so many dark tones to it, and like dealing with emotional issues, and then what happened afterwards, just makes it that much more meaningful.
Yeah, because it was his
Oh.
grandparents, right?
Mm-mm. No, the actress
Mom.
who played. No, the actress who played Ducky. Was
Oh, you're talking
her
about that. I
dad,
thought I was
like,
talking about the end of the movie, not.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, no, she.
Mm-mm.
No. I was
No,
gonna bring that
I
up.
said outside the movie.
I was gonna bring that up near the end of this part of the segment because yes, we do want to put some reverence and a little moment of silence because one, she was a great actress, and she passed so young because her father was horrible.
She.
Yeah. Or Jews.
She was also the voice of the little. She was also the voice of the little girl in All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Mm-hmm.
She was filming that when it happened.
That's just it was just too sad.
It was.
Now, with that, let's try to bring in a little levity here, and let's talk about something
I
kind of
just looked at
funny.
the next topic.
Yeah, which is some of the worst Dinosaurs movies we've seen, and oh my god, thanks to Sci-Fi Channel,
There's
there's a lot.
Sci-Fi took everything that Fox was trying not to do. Like, oh, this doesn't exactly make sense. Sci-Fi, fuck it, we're putting it in anyway.
Hold my beer, we're doing this. Keep talking, all right? I need to go grab
Sci-Fi
something real quickly.
Sci-fi in the
Part of
90s
my
and
problem
2000s.
is, and I guess that's just I'm not gonna have much to say unless you branch into like video games, because I'm not gonna lie. If it had a dinosaur in it, it was a good movie. I don't care how bad the plot was.
I've got one for you. Velocipaster.
Never saw it.
Alan, have
God damn
heard
it, you son of a bitch.
Velocipaster?
I was going to bring that one up.
Let me put it this way. It was so bad, I only made it like 15 minutes into the fucking movie. I had it on a flash drive. One of my friends fucking commandeered it, we'll say that, and put it on a flash drive for me. And I was trying to watch it. I got 15 minutes into it, fucking turned it off, pulled it out, and deleted the fucking movie.
Yeah. No, like
Basically, a pastor gets bit by like a were vampire or were raptor and turns into a were raptor. At night, he turns into the worst representation. Like, this is more realistic than the fucking Velociraptor model that they used that he turned into at night.
Like on TikTok, you know that one Velociraptor dude puppet?
Yes,
It looked like
he's
that
got
son
the
of a
hand-
bitch.
yeah. No, that looks better. It looked like it was made out of fucking paper mache, dude. Like, it's so
I
bad.
actually did think of one bad movie with dinosaurs in it.
Oh?
Sort of.
Okay.
Super Mario Brothers.
Fuck off. That was a good movie. I
Hey,
owned it on DVD.
listen. I like that movie.
John Leguizamo
Oh, it
and the
was
guy
just
who played
the dinosaurs evolved into humans? What?
So
Yeah, Bowser was weird.
John Leguizamo and the guy who played Eddie Vance and fucking Roger Rabbit as Mario. that team up so did not work. You pick a fucking like noir style gangster dude and put him with a Hispanic dude, and they're both supposed to be Italians.
Brothers.
Brother Italians.
But I still love the fucking movie though.
I mean, okay, the actor.
That's
I
the
will.
worst dinosaur movie I've seen.
I will say, like the
Hey,
actor.
Yoshi was good. Okay.
The actor who plays Bowser. I forgot his name, but he does a
Oh.
villain so fucking well. I don't care if Bowser was weird. He still did that role full on. Like he falls into it so
He committed to the bit.
yeah, he commits to it so well.
He plays a great villain no matter what. And first off, it wasn't Bowser, if you remember, right? It was King Koopa.
Oh right,
And
King
it's
Koopa.
Dennis Hopper.
Dennis Hopper, thank you.
Yeah. And it's so I only know him as Eddie Vance because fucking Who Framed Roger Rabbit's one of my favorite movies. But his name is Bob Hoskins.
I gotta be right back.
Did you break something? Well, guys, I'm here by myself, so
I'm back. I just had to.
Welcome to Dinosaur Hour with Chef, and this is a T-Rex. You can see from the pointy teeth. Oh, Alan's back. Hi,
Yes.
everybody.
Now, I will talk about, like, because you already took my Velocipaster, which was one of my worst fucking dinosaur movies. So I have another one that is.
It's not your worst dinosaur movie. It's everybody's
Yeah.
worst dinosaur movie.
It really is. It's so fucking bad. But there's another one that fits in the same line because not only did it use some of the worst CGI I have ever fucking seen, but the live action models of the dinosaur, I swear to God, came from Velocipaster, which was Raptor Island.
Oh God.
And
Wasn't that a sci-fi original?
It was a sci-fi original where this military platoon is breaking into an island that is a secret facility where there is genetic experimentation going on, and there's a bunch of velociraptors. And for some fucking reason, no one knows, it is not part of the story, at the end of it, there's a Carno. Why? Because.
Uh-oh. Alan froze. Alan froze.
Oops.
Everybody wait.
Am I here? Am I back?
All right. Yeah, you're back for the moment. And at least for me, you cut out at the end of the movie and there's no explanation. Cut.
All right, yeah, but at the end of the movie, there's a Carno for some fucking stupid reason.
Sci-fi. Okay, so half of sci-fi original movies were really fucking good. The other half, you wonder how the fuck they got funded and who the hell they stole it from, some AV club in fucking backwater Wyoming.
And then there is like the small percentage that are just like so bad they're iconic.
There was one, not really doing with dinosaurs, but technically there is the theory that dragons were actually dinosaurs. But there was a movie where a mountain facility had a dragon locked up and it got out and started fucking started rampaging, killing people around the island and shit. And the first time you see it, they're looking out the window of the fucking plane as they're getting ready to go and storm the facility because they lost something there. I can't remember what, but it was bad. It was really bad. I can't even remember the name of it, but it was still a good-ish movie.
It was entertainment for the time.
Yes.
The majority of these bad
Saturday night at 9:00 p.m. was when you got the world premiere of that week's sci-fi original movie.
They also kind of took pride in the B movies.
No,
Dude,
they
half of them were
fucking
F
did.
movies at this point.
But that's what they did, though. They literally, there was a point where they were trying to be sci-fi, like actual serious, and then they're like, you know what? Let's lean into this. Let's lean into this skid. And they went all into it.
Skid. I will give you one. I will give you one show that is the perfect representation of that. It has nothing to do with dinosaurs, though. Trip in the Rift. I'm not gonna say it wasn't entertaining, especially as a teenage boy, but
it was a dumpster fire.
Sci-fi is where a lot of shows went because the people who actually owned the rights to them were idiots and didn't want to finish the series.
But Trip in the Rift,
it had a good underlying storyline.
It did, but
it was buried underneath a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, aside from fucking Velociraptor Island, or Raptor Island, and fucking Velocipaster, I mean, anybody else got any other bad ones? Because I've got one that's going to trigger a lot of people.
I'm going to bring up one that might piss some people off, but it is part...
Let's see if it's the same one.
Yeah, it's part of everybody's favorite series, though.
It's the same one.
Jurassic Park 3. God.
Such a bad movie.
It has my favorite dino in
It
it.
gave us some of the. It gave us so many good things, but the continuity errors killed the fucking movie. Not to mention,
Dude.
not to mention the trauma that we all have from do 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 do.
Yeah, I had that as my phone.
I was actually. There was one thing that movie did that actually pissed me off more than anything else.
Hmm.
The Spino killing the T-Rex.
That's actually heavily debatable.
Yeah.
For me, because I'm like, well, that was like, I know why they did it, but still, come on. You just took everybody's favorite dinosaur and tried to force us to like the other one by saying it's so badass it killed this one.
Well, thankfully
they
that
did
wasn't
the same thing
Rexy.
in Dominion. Yeah, it wasn't Rexy, but they did the same thing in Dominion with the Giga.
Yeah, and but the T-Rex won. I mean, it helped with the help of the Theranzino, but the T-Rex still won.
I love Therazinos. They're so cool.
Honestly, we need a horror game based off of no. We're not going to talk about that yet. We still have a little bit to go. I want to stay on the movie topic for now. We are going to go into games. We will. I promise. I promise, Oda. I can see you salivating to talk about games.
So as bad as Jurassic Park 3 was, it did do a lot of things that were good. It got Sam Neill back in front of the fucking camera as Alan Grant. And we also got Ellie Sadler to come back. But the whole storyline with the fucking eggs and the raptors was annoying as shit. Then we did get to see the first flying dinosaurs.
Yeah,
Really?
the pterodons.
Even though if you know anything about the fucking series, in Lost World, what actually killed the fucking boat drivers were actually pteranodons.
Mhm.
But but
They're-
well,
they're-
no,
they're- they flew in and killed them.
They didn't. Technically, that was at the beginning of 3. That's what happened to the kid. But those pteranodons were actually from Lost World. they escaped Lost World and came to or they were flying around because of all the shit that wasn't shown on the screen that Ian Malcolm's group did when they broke out all the dinosaurs and shit.
Which is in the books, though. It is in the Lost World book.
It is in the book. The Lost World book's so much better than the fucking movie. But the movie gave us more Jeff Goldblum, which was great. Jurassic Park 3, also as shitty as it was, gave us the river scene finally.
Mm-hmm.
Because the river scene that's in Jurassic Park 3 was actually supposed to be in Jurassic Park 1.
But we never got that.
They filmed 80% of that scene. But it was too expensive, so they cut the rest of it out. But it's also an extremely important part of the book. So it was nice to finally see that on the screen, even if it wasn't where it was supposed to be.
Now, what?
And then, of course,
sorry.
it brought back the pile of shit, digging through shit that the first one did because they had to find the satellite phone.
Mm. But one thing that I'm sure, like, this is the reason why the movie was so continuity bad. One thing you'll notice is, so there is the raptor egg story, right? There's the pterodon story, right? And then there's the Spino story, right? All 3 of those were separate fucking scripts.
Yep. Not only that
explains so much.
Oh yeah. No, the 3 separate scripts that they smashed together into one fucking movie. They couldn't figure out who they wanted to write the entire fucking movie, so they just well, again, everybody will.
You reminded me of actually my favorite line from Lost World in the movie.
Must go higher.
They cut you from the team.
That was a great scene.
I mean, shit. She fucking knocked that raptor out.
She impaled it on the blinds.
She deserved a gold medal.
Oh yeah. You know what? Yeah, raptor toss needs to be a new gymnastic event.
And I
That's
just
the other that's the speaking of kids with fucking Jurassic Park movies, the third one, there's no way in hell that kid could survive on that island by himself for that long.
no. I don't care if
No.
that InGen trailer was there. No. That kid would have been dead.
Yeah, especially trying to get the T-Rex piece.
Like, no. Maybe if the adult survived with him.
Don't ask. Yeah.
Like the only way I could actually see that is if he had like a suitcase full of MREs that he salvaged from somewhere very early on.
I mean, the InGen
That's the
trailer
thing.
didn't.
What
even
were you
have
gonna
that-
eat?
Yeah, the InGen trailer didn't even have that much. Like, again, this is all lore based. Unfortunately, a lot of the shit from the books didn't make it in the movies. But the InGen trailers were only set up for a couple of days out in the field, a week at the most, because it was too dangerous to be that far out and away from the main compounds with all the dinosaurs out there, especially on the second island that didn't have any fucking fences.
On top of the fact that,
Plus,
what was this kid's parents? A house mom
salesman.
and a carpet salesman. What was his stepdad? A rich boy. Where in that does that say that he got survival training?
I mean, you could at least given him a scout badge or something. But like, oh, I learned it. That a little throwaway line. Hey, I learned it in the scouts. Come on, how would that have been hard?
But no, we just
Give
got this
some
kid.
reason, 'cause- Yeah, we just got Super Kid, who was the personification of what every kid thought they would be able to do in that situation.
He was, for lack of a better word, a Mary Sue.
Mm-hmm. Damsel in distress.
Yet somehow, luckily, they survive.
Oh, and also the scene where the mom convinces the raptors to leave because the raptors are that intelligent.
I mean, that was a story point that they were building up to for a long time, with ever since the first one, with how over intelligent they made the raptors.
Which is one of the main. This is something that some people didn't like it, but this is actually why I liked Fallen Kingdom and Dominion. Is they brought back something incredibly important that they never talk about. They still don't really talk about. Is that in some of those dinosaurs, they didn't just use animals. They used people.
Mm-hmm.
There's people DNA there.
Which I'd love to know how you would get that complete and total different branches of a genetic family to cooperate. Then again, all the stuff that it's like I get combining a bunch of different dinosaurs, but throwing mammalian DNA in there seems a little much. But I get it.
Oh yeah,
Weird genetic pseudoscience.
Well, so that's the fun part about hi genetics nerd here. I'm studying to be a geneticist because I took genetics once. No, I actually got accepted to college for genetic engineering, but I didn't go.
Money sucks.
Yeah, no shit. But technically, all DNA is compatible-ish. When you break it down, it's made up of 4 amino acids. And any combination of those, I mean, granted, 90% of the human genome is random bullshit that deals with absolutely nothing. It's just repeating tangents. But the part that makes us actually human, the mammalian part, would not mix with reptilian or amphibian at all.
Yeah, here's the really easy ones. All computer languages, zeros and ones, right?
For the most part.
Apple and Microsoft software cannot be combined.
No.
On top of the fact that you cannot predict what the actual result will be. You don't know how,
No.
if you add this genetics to this genetics, how they're going to actually play together.
No, because genetic crossover is completely random. So when two chromosomes are next to each other and they make like the X and the Y, when the bottom pieces cross over to each other, they do it at random intervals along each other. So you don't know where they're splitting and forming new stuff. So the random tangents are completely random.
So there's like the genetic control of the Jurassic series is, for the most part, impossible.
Yeah,
Fire sci-fi.
it's Gattaca level.
Yeah.
Is what it is. It's Gattaca with the dinosaurs. Even though Jurassic Park came out before Gattaca, so which, by the way, Gattaca is just the amino acids. GATTAC. A. Yeah. Fun little tidbit for that movie. Also, while we're waiting for Alan to get back, Oda, you remember the part in Jurassic Park 1 where they're climbing through the roof after the raptor gets into the control room?
Yeah.
And the light is shining through the ceiling tiles on the raptor's face.
Yeah.
If you look really closely and pause at the right time, all the ceiling tiles in that room are just the genetic sequence. It's literally, you could see it on the raptor. It's GATTAC.
Yeah, I remember. I actually remember that. I remember seeing it. You want something really cool? That was actually the one of the first uses of face replacement CGI was in that movie.
Or a face replacement CGI.
I remember that. I just can't remember where it was used.
When the girl fell out of the duct in that scene you're talking about.
Yeah.
And she looks up. That was the stunt woman, but then they had her film it and they transposed her face over the stunt woman's face.
Okay.
Yeah, because the stunt woman was actually a very small adult woman, and the chick that played Lexi when she was actually filming, she was 14.
All right.
You can't try to kill a 14-year-old.
No.
No. Anyways, with that, we are going to take a break because we have been live for about an hour. I am going to go.
Even though Alan's taken like 4 breaks already.
Oh, shut up. I'm going to go let my dogs out and everything. But when we come back, we'll go on into our next subject, which is going to be talking about dinosaurs and games.
In video games.
But yeah, we will be right back, everybody. Hey there. You doing all right? You having some problems? Do you need some advice? Well, check out my podcast, Fajali Advice, where we do our best to try and help out others to be able to realize that mental health is something as important as our physical health. And of course, if you do want to participate, check out the email at the end. Your submission is completely anonymous. And of course, we hope you have a wonderful day.
Well, hey everybody, missed Faja streams? Well, check out these highlights to see what you missed.
Yes, a hug. You're the one that gives out the mouth hugs Asian daddy gave.
Don't say it like that, you fucking creep. Oh my god. It's like the most awkward way. Giving out mouth hugs. Oh my.
And if you need the shield of don't mean to offend, not to be rude, or anything like that, that just shows weakness in your statement.
Death? Death. Death.
Coming this summer, your mom.
There's a fucking tank?
Yep,
They have a tank?
apparently.
What's up, everybody? Random Skull here. I just wanted to tell you about the direct donations that you can give to Asian Fascia Gamer. There's a link down below that you can click on, but you can also make requests through those donations, as well as get shoutouts on stream.
And of course, any donation goes towards helping Asian Fasha Gamer do better as a content creator. So we thank you for even your consideration. Hey everybody, Mr. Announcer here. I got some highlights for you to make sure that you remember to watch Fasha streams.
I'd rather him not try to speak, because if he tried to speak, he would sound like... And I just grabbed a tick. A nidhogg hatchling. Oh, that's what it is. There you go. Go be creepy in that thing. Wait, I can't kill you? Come on, I'll kill you like this. Now you're dead. Yeah. Hey, wait, get back here. No, get back here. Wait, where'd he go? I was gonna kill him. Motherfucker. But you do hear, in the distance,
The thickness will not go down this way!
Hey everybody, Mr. Announcer and Random Skull are here to tell you about something amazing.
That's right. We have a merch store known as the AFG Brand Store, where you can purchase many different things.
Do you want a tin cup? Do you want a water bottle? Do you need a shirt? Do you need other things? Things that make you so that you support Asian Fasha Gamer? Well, check out the AFG Brand Store.
But wait, there's more.
That's right. We are going to be continuing to add to the merch store. On the monthly, we'll be adding in new designs, as well as, of course, introducing discounts for all of you.
So check out the AFGBrandStore.com.
Hey there, everybody. Random Skull here. You worried about missing Fasha streams? Well, here's some highlights to show you what you missed.
1, honey, we're married, we share everything. 2, you don't live with somebody as long as we have without picking up each other's mannerisms.
it's part of being in a relationship. You start to mirror each other. Need to use my handy dandy water bottle. That is, you know, mine. My always disrespect your trolls water bottle, which is now available on my merch store, AFG Brand Store. Check it out, links in the bio. I'm just here trying to get stuff, and y'all are here trying to kill me. I don't think I appreciate it, right? They're a bunch of assholes. Let's Fallout, steal everything that isn't nailed down. Right.
First time using this, so I don't know how it's gonna work.
Well, hey there, everybody. Did you know that Asian Fasha Gamer has a Patreon?
That's right, everybody, and we're here to tell you about it together.
Subscribers have a chance to see content early, as well as request content on higher tiers.
That's right. You can ask Asian Fasha Gamer to read you a story, talk to you about lore or gameplay, or many other things.
But wait, there's more.
Subs that have been stayed around for 3 months or longer get special gifts. And if we reach our stretch goal of 10 subs or more, we will continue to add more to the Patreon, making it better for all of you.
So please consider, at the very least, checking out Asian Fasha Gamer's Patreon. maybe subscribing and supporting him. And of course, we thank you for your time.
Well, Saphira looks at him, just looks him up and down, sighs, and goes, "Well, I'm sorry, sir, but apparently this is going to be the easiest fucking fight I've ever had." Cutesy is the Terra Strong one. Very cutesy and very demure. Dinosaur accessories. Does Rexy need a hat? Ooh. Rexy with a Santa hat, maybe. I gotta go try to find one.
You need to get like a hat for every holiday.
Well, so Giant Pikachu wears Ash's hat. It needs to. Yeah, but it's New York. Nobody wants to actually go there. So, video games. How you introducing this topic, sir? What they're starting to do, actually. Bringing back like the old like Turok style, which is dinosaur horror games. Fucking, what was it? You played what was the game that I sent you? Unknown Tapes? And that's just the demo. The full game's not even out yet. I can't fucking wait until that comes out. It's a found footage style horror game. So think Blair Witch Project, but you're being chased by dinosaurs. And the big ones can come through the buildings, like Alan found out. I think you almost should have sampled that part. You have no sound, Alan. Okay, so we don't have to go through this all over again. Alan brought up the fact that he wants to know where we want video games and dinosaurs to go, or video games with dinosaurs to go.
Yeah.
And I brought up horror games, and then he and I started talking about Unknown Tapes, which is a game that I forced him to go play because it was funny, and him playing scary games is great. But I mean, also technically, the new Jurassic Park game that comes out next year is a horror game. It's a horror survival game, which takes place 5 days after the first movie. You're a scientist who got left on the island.
Yeah, you failed to evacuate.
I can't wait until that comes out. I want to play. I'm gonna be playing the living shit out of that game.
Mm-hmm. If anything, that is a game that I'll be maining on YouTube because you know my plan. You know my plan.
I came up with a plan, but yes.
Yes.
I know what I'd love to see happen, but I don't know if copyright would allow it at this point with how crazy it is. I'd like to see a game like Ark that isn't a buggy disaster.
Okay, but see,
Ark was a fun game until the bugs got in the way.
I will say this: like, there is no copyright that would stop someone from doing that because no one has copyrighted dinosaurs and no one has copyrighted survival style games.
Tell it to Nintendo.
What's what's the the game that came out or is in preview. I think Oda might like it. The one where you actually play as a dinosaur and it's a survival game.
Let's see. The ones that I know of, there's Path of Titans.
That's
There,
it.
yeah.
Path of Titans.
Which
Yeah, I've got a couple of friends that have played the living shit out of that.
that's actually something that is it's a project that I was working on because I actually almost got it running. A actual server based around that game. The only issue at the moment is connectability. Once I get more into a place with more stable internet and my own place where I'm not encroaching on someone else's space and internet, I will be back onto that project and making it up and running soon.
I don't know. I don't have any interest in playing the game. I've watched it played and it's okay.
I don't know.
I
Never even heard about it.
So it's you dinosaur.
Yep.
And everybody else that you're playing with is a dinosaur. It's essentially Ark-ish, except for there's not really like any building or anything like that, and you're a dinosaur. You go around hunting other players and shit.
And NPCs too. There are NPCs.
Yes.
Or you can play as an herbivore and not have to hunt, but run away and defend yourself. But you also...
I'm not gonna lie, running away from like killers and stuff like that in video games is a fun fucking thing. So I might actually have fun with that.
And, depending on the game, like, depending on the server, because every server actually has their own set of rules. Because mostly it's just set up as a survival game. You out there, you're a dinosaur, you have to eat, you have to grow, you have to kill. But there are servers that have set rules for RPing that are known as, like, realism servers, where you have to play as a dinosaur, and you can herd and all that kind of stuff. It does add in a lot of...
things?
Huh?
You can do dinosaur things.
You can do dinosaur things. It adds actually a lot more fun to the game than just its base. And doing it that way does add in a lot of fun if you're playing an herbivore and trying to do a migratory route. Because there's always someone trying to eat your ass.
Ooh, kinky.
I would play a Triceratops, and I'd find a valley where literally I could back into the valley, and when somebody comes in, well, now you're in a valley with a Triceratops running at you.
The carnivores in that game are a little bit overpowered, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, they can be. But they balanced it too. And the cool thing is, if you build your own server, which I actually did do, this is another thing, you can balance the stats out so that no one's overpowered.
I don't know. I think maybe it's because of the burnout, because all three of us, not so semi, mostly professionally, no life the shit out of Ark. I'm so done with survival games now because of that. As I say that, and I've just picked up Disney Dreamlight Valley again.
Yeah, but that's not a survival
It
game.
It didn't kill me from builder survival games, but it did kill me from where I forgive bugs.
It's like I really want to get 7 Days to Die because it's a survival game right there along the lines with Ark.
Mhm.
Because but again, I know lifed Ark so much, and then I played the Xbox version of 7 Days to Die, and that's buggy as shit.
Mhm.
But it's like the survival game, especially when it comes to like taming dinosaurs or surviving dinosaurs, it just seems super played out, especially because again, the biggest name in that genre is Ark. And then Ark did what Ark did, which is fuck everyone over time and time and time again.
Ark Ascent.
Yeah,
And then Ark 2, anytime they put out a fucking update.
Yeah, because, like, seriously,
had
I
a
have
custom
no
server
hate
that-
for Vin Diesel, but I don't fucking care if he's in the game.
I had a custom server that I was modding for. An update came out and it wiped the whole fucking server and all the stats and everything. We had to rebuild the fucking server.
Oh, I
Yeah.
would be so pissed.
And
So
then
fucking
I
pissed.
was like the only active mod for that too at that time. So it was myself and the server owner basically playing Noah's Ark and giving everybody, here's god level breedable pairs. Nothing that you can use to attack people though. As a you know, we didn't do this, but we're gonna try to fucking fix this shit. it was so bad.
Yeah, I think all three of us could literally just have an entire podcast about stories of Ark destroying our souls.
Oh yeah.
And I mean that's like, I don't disagree with you. A good dinosaur survival game would be fucking good, but the problem is we've all died inside because of the main one.
The thing is, I would like to see a dino survival game where you don't go after the big dinos. You avoid all of them because you're a human being. And the majority of the dinosaurs were either a snack or literally a footnote.
I just had a good take on that. What would you guys say to a new dino survival game that takes the viewpoint of Adam Driver's movie 65 Million? Unexpectedly, your futuristic person unexpectedly transported to prehistoric times, and you have to survive.
As long as we take the Scientology out of it, yes.
I'm talking about the premise. I'm not talking about that. Or,
So,
you know,
Subnautica in Jurassic Park.
Pretty much. I like that idea, though.
or do a game that follows the same quest line as the show that should never have been canceled, but Terra Nova. The future is so fucking toxic and uninhabitable. They send people back into the prehistoric to fucking survive and build colonies and stuff like that. That was actually a great show that never should have been canceled. And if they would have made that into a video game, it would have beat Ark's ass.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I guess part of the problem is a lot of video games fall into the trap of you have to have a T-Rex and you have to be able to beat it. But that gets really, really interesting on how...
Exoprimal. Everything.
Oh.
Big bad of the majority of the levels is a fucking giant ass T-Rex.
Yeah, it's like, I want to do nothing but small dinos that are manageable, and it's like the map border is, you are entering the hunting grounds of the Allosaurus. This is not a good place to be. And if you keep walking, all of a sudden Allosaurus comes out and all you see is teeth.
Ooh, I just had another fun idea for a game, but I'll let Alan go first before I bring it up.
Honestly, when it comes down to dinosaur games, one, I want Planet Zoo and Jurassic World Evolution to smash together and have a gigantic baby.
I haven't thought of Planet Zoo in so long, dude.
That game, honestly, when it comes to the interactions and how the animal behaviors are, is so well done on top of the building in that game.
You gave me another fucking idea for a video game. God damn it.
Oh?
So the first one was Maneater, but as a dinosaur.
Not Manhunter. Not Manhunt. Maneater.
No, Maneater, the shark game.
Okay.
With the storyline and everything.
I like it.
Maneater as a dinosaur, and you can pick between like 5 different dinosaurs to choose to play as. And each one has a different ending and a different storyline. It'd be fucking awesome. The other one that you just gave me the idea because you brought up Planet Zoo, Spore, but for dinosaurs.
Ooh.
Oda, did you ever play Spore?
Nope.
It was an old, like I say old. I mean, I was in high school, 2009-ish, when it came out.
Yeah.
That was during the dark ages where I didn't play a lot of video games.
So funny enough, it was an EA game, which is hilarious.
It was one of the few
but
good EA games.
yeah, it's very cartoony, 3D cartoony. But you start off as a single cell organism, and you keep doing challenges. And as you do the challenges, you get more experience points. Once you get enough experience points, you level up to a multi-cell organism, and then you can keep adding. Like as you do stuff, you unlock different evolutionary paths and shit like that, or items like duck beaks and like scorpion tails and all this fun shit.
Hmm.
And you can, when you level up, you can add them to your creature. So and you can like it was like fuck, playing with Play-Doh. You could click here and drag it out and you'd have like another arm. Click here and drag out, you'd have another leg. You know, it's like playing with fucking Play-Doh. It was an awesome fucking video game back in the day.
The building mechanics of
wonder-
it was great.
I wonder if Steam
I
has
just
it.
thought of
It does.
a really good one that would actually be really good. It's literally everything's there. You just have to change one element, and the gameplay be perfect. Horizon Zero Dawn. Replace the mechanical dinosaurs with actual dinosaurs.
I mean, isn't that just Monster Hunter though?
Yeah.
Same diff.
It's literally just
Use
monster-
interesting gadgets instead of an M16 to fight a dinosaur.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
Spore
this
is
is
only
Monster
$20
Hunter.
on Steam. Spore is only $20
I
on
was
Steam.
insulting
Yeah.
Ark.
But yeah, dude, it's been on Steam, dude. I have it. It's fucking fun. Just
Is
don't.
it still multiplayer?
I'm not sure. I would say the only thing is don't waste your money on the Galactic Pack because the Galactic Pack is not as fun.
No, of course not.
Now, another dinosaur type of game that I would absolutely love to see would be a dinosaur game that kind of takes the horror aspect and the building aspect, kind of put them together. Almost like
So
a
what,
tower defense style game.
How
Where-
is that a horror? How would that be a horror thing, sir?
Where you would instead of like worry about waves of dinosaurs.
It's like playing Dota and say you get scared of the graphics.
No. It would be essentially you would be building out your hiding zones and areas that you can escape to while you're trying to find certain things. Throughout,
So an open world Left 4 Dead.
yeah. With dinosaurs.
That would,
I just thought of a really good one. It's the forest, but with dinosaurs.
basically what Alan's talking
Yeah.
about.
That's basically what I'm
Kind of.
talking about, pretty much.
Yeah, that type of crafting system, but just not the big dinos, small dinos. Like you find a lab that was playing Jurassic Park wannabe, but they were intelligent and didn't get dinosaurs that require 3 cows a day.
See, I like the big dinosaur aspect when it's a horror game like that because the small dinos just don't do the same as here's giant monster roar.
Well, that and honestly, if
Healthy
you
dinosaur
just
in the
do
forest?
small, it becomes very, very repetitive. You got to add in some of the large and some of the small. Oh, God. Everybody froze. I think my internet just went dead.
Still working on my
I'm
end.
hearing you.
All right, we're good.
Okay. Anyway, but small dinos would work if it's Outlast style. Inside of a house or a small compound, stuff like that, and you're going from floor to floor to level, and I just hit my fucking mic.
Actually, what I was thinking is that the density of the forest determines the size of the dinosaur, and as you move into more and more open areas, you start running into bigger and bigger dinosaurs. Where you could choose to play with the small ambush predators, or you could just have the big thing where you're a one-chomp meal.
See, but
Choose
that
your
just
poison.
makes it way too easy.
It doesn't make it easy. You run into the, in my opinion anyway, you would run into the arc issue. Everybody staying on the beaches and stuff like that, not going towards the interior.
And it would get
Well,
really,
the thing is,
really boring.
you know how You know how in in the forest you deforest as you go.
Yeah.
Well, the more you deforest, the larger the dinosaurs that show up.
That'd be a
Yeah.
good mechanic for that style game.
That way it wouldn't
Because
get
to
just
me,
be
it doesn't
small
make
dinos.
Yeah,
Is it-
basically, it's what can fit through the trees to eat you.
Is it the forest where the more you build, the more attention you attract?
Uh-huh. And the more
From-
mutants come out
Okay.
and try to kill you.
Yeah, so essentially, just like you were saying, now I get the forest reference.
Yeah.
The forest with dinosaurs, dude. That would actually be really fun.
Right?
Imagine having this
Yeah.
big ass fucking base, and all of a sudden T-Rex destroys everything. Fuck.
And I would add this as a final boss, or as the big bad. One, because T-Rex is overdone, and two, you have to have a chance, and Allosaurus. Still terrifying, not quite, but actually might be defeatable by a person.
I mean, T-Rex is defeatable by a person, depending upon your weapon.
Not if you have limited weaponry.
Not if you had limited weaponry with an allo. Like, if you want to give a person a chance, we're going to have to go, like, mid-sized theropod. Because an Allosaurus was pretty decently sized.
I just had
But
nightmare
you-
fuel.
But you get my point, though. It'd be really fun to have, like, as you said, mid-sized Allosaur, mid-sized theropod, to be the thing that roams the big areas to scare the crap out of you.
I mean, it'd be good for that to be a mid-boss. Sure. But it offers little challenge when you don't give someone the oh shit moment in a game. Which is why there should be a giant one, a bigger one.
Oh, I was just going to think the flying dinosaurs are for that.
Don't get inside fast enough, a Quetzal fucking grabs you and and drops your ass off the side of a mountain.
you just see the scene,
Pterodon do
you're
that.
dead.
Oh god,
You are now all over the island, literally.
bring back the old days of no save points.
Right? Oh, man. The only way
Yeah,
you
we're
can
used to-
actually progress is you have to beat the level, and there's your save
Uh-huh.
point.
You know what? That was great and all, but life got in the way.
Just leave the
I
game.
never
running all
beat the
time,
Lion King because my mom kept telling me to get out of my room for this, that, or the other reason.
First off, beating the Lion King never happened.
No, I don't. Like, no, there's people that did it. There's
Okay.
there's YouTube videos. There's proof.
I never got past I Can't Wait to Be King, okay?
That was unnecessarily hard for like a third level.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, but the thing is, you've played other Disney games, right? You've played the Aladdin.
Yeah, they're all the
Yeah.
same
They're
fucking
all
thing.
like that.
Fucking Aladdin.
The Magic Carpet Ride. Why?
Or the fucking Jungle Book game. Oh my fucking god.
The Jungle Book was so bad. Like that game sucked so hard. And the bad part is
You can-
most people don't remember it, so it doesn't get brought up very often.
I know.
There's one thing you could do in a dinosaur game that's actually from the original Jurassic Park Sega game that I played. None of your weapons were lethal, and eventually they get back up.
That actually make for a very interesting aspect of a game because you are
A park
You
ranger,
play-
technically.
you play an engine employee. So therefore, if you kill a dinosaur, it is destruction of company property, and you would get fired.
Oh no, you do this like Subnautica. At the very end, the amount of dinosaurs you've accidentally killed amounts to a fucking receipt.
Oh yeah, and then
You owe
literally,
InGen this amount of money now because this is the amount of property destruction you caused.
you want to know what I would do as a prank? For about a solid 2 minutes, stop the menu button from working so that you have to get to work and you can't exit out of the game for a minute or two.
It's like, wait, why are none of the
Sure.
controls working? You're just stuck in an animation where you're walking to work. It's like, what are we doing? What is this happening? Sits down in front of a computer. Can I play something yet?
No. We're gonna have a lot more fun with that. You walk up, you pick up a shovel, and there's that giant pile of poop.
And you just hear echoing in the background, Ian Malcolm. Oh, that's a big pile of shit.
Now clean it up.
Oh man. Which, you know what? I mean, we went a little bit long into the video game topic.
No, gamers getting long-winded in video games.
No, really. Which
Yup.
does lead us into our last subject, which kind of is a little more open-ended. We can kind of go anywhere with it, really. But, you know, it's about what's your first experience with dinosaurs? Like, what do you remember what sparked your interest with dinosaurs? Hi, Rexy.
Jurassic Park.
The book or the movie?
Dude, I was 3 when the movie came out. You think my ass was reading the fucking book?
Those plastic toys I was telling you about that my brother had. My brother loved dinosaurs, so he had a bunch of dinosaur toys. We didn't have a lot of money, so guess what I got to play with?
Hand-me-downs.
He wanted me to play with the dinosaur toys because they were nigh on indestructible, so I couldn't break them.
Yeah, but mine was either Jurassic Park or roughly around the same time as Land Before Time.
I will say Oda is correct, because you know what I did with one of those dinosaur toys back in the day?
She set it on fire.
I put it in the microwave.
Yeah, because those things didn't really melt.
It didn't. I thought it was going to. Because I really,
don't you
really
know what we
wanted to
did?
piss off my brother.
We took one outside and threw it as high as we could and let it land on asphalt.
I thought you were about to say you
Did
let it
what?
land on one of yourselves, because then that's how you went to the hospital.
We tried playing catch with one. It hurt.
No! Yeah, you learned the hard way.
I mean,
Tail of a brontosaurus in the top of somebody's head.
I mean,
I
just
mean,
be
kids will-
glad that you were one generation shy of the lawn darts.
kids will be kids. I mean, my brother and I and my sisters created a game because we all had. My brother and I had dragon riders, and they had the sky dancers.
You shot them
So we
at
would
each
have
other,
one
didn't
person.
you?
We would have one person. We basically would play wall ball, but with dragon riders and sky dancers.
Son of a... Okay, and also for those of you who don't know, because he just brings it up, when it comes to you know, the toys that he's talking about, these were ripcord toys that shot spinning fucking action figures that flew at you. Well, they were supposed to go upward, but what they
You know
did
what,
is at
Alan,
each other.
When you edit this video, just splice in a piece of the commercials.
Okay.
We actually had the G.I. Joe ones of those. We had to pay for a light fixture cover.
Wait a minute. You guys got the fucking Cobra Kai Ninja Kick one?
No, it was G.I. Joe.
Sorry, not Cobra
G.I.
Kai.
Joes.
Cobra, what's his name?
Cobra.
No, they were the actual No, one was a G.I. Joe. One was a Cobra Trooper. It was like the machine that they rode on with the action figures that sit in it. So you put this action figure the little G.I. Joe in this thing.
Oh.
And then it would fly off. And oh my god, it was not balanced because they never had a good G.I. Joe in mind. Or if the G.I. Joe fell off and it would go everywhere, and it was bigger than the one Chef's talking about. So you had a really good ripcord. And me and my brother, being young boys, what do young boys do when the harder you pull it, the faster it goes? Guess what we did?
Beyblades.
Let it rip.
We were banned from doing it downstairs when we knocked off the lid off when we damaged the light fixtures.
Yeah.
I know that didn't get us in trouble. One hit my mom's china cabinet.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing. That's what we learned when we're kids. If you break your parents' stuff, you're in trouble. If you break other things, they'll get annoyed.
If they know about it.
Just don't break your
my mom
parents'
slept
stuff.
in the living room. She was watching us do it. We actually.
Wait a
she
minute.
told us to
She
go
didn't stop
outside,
you?
and we're like,
She just stood there and watched you do it?
Yep. My mom thought it was really entertaining. We rented, by the way. My mom thought it was really entertaining. Didn't mind the light fixture. It bopped into her china cabinet, and she made us sit on the other side of the room and aim it towards the other side so it wouldn't go towards her china cabinet anymore.
Like, don't touch that. That's fine.
We were-
Not that.
We were not allowed to be on opposite sides of the room. My mom saw that happening. There's a
Jeez.
reason she was supervising. It's because we would have shot each other with these things, and she didn't like hospitals.
I mean, you're not wrong, because me and my brother did make a potato gun and shoot each other with it, and we did go to the hospital. But that's not part of this story.
Ooh,
Boys
I thought
are
of another
dumb.
first. There's a reason women live longer. There's another first for dinosaur toys.
Oh,
Another very early interaction with dinosaurs, kind of.
oh,
Cue Alan inputting the Go Power Rangers. The fucking Megazord.
oh, yes. I
Billy
mean,
and Jason were always my favorite in the original. So
blue and
I
red.
liked Billy because I was a weak little nerd. I would have
Okay.
had the same fighting ability at 16 that Billy did.
Hey, Billy became badass at fucking fighting.
I know.
yeah, it
but
only
when he
took
first...
like 27 seasons.
True.
Oh,
And about what, like 6, 7 women? Yeah, 7 girls shooting him down.
you want to something? One, I don't think he would have minded that because of the actor.
Right.
Two,
There you go.
what was really entertaining was I remember seeing this one thing where they're like, remember at the end of the episode, the more you know type of thing they had.
Yeah, the
The
after school
PSA.
special parts.
Yeah,
The PSAs that everybody had.
it was
every single show.
Kimberly and Billy. It's like you can never judge things by what they appear. Like the actor who plays Billy, and the guy does a double backflip off of a ledge. Is actually a really good gymnast.
Mm.
Yeah.
You want to know what the most awkward PSA that they did for that one was?
Yes. All
Which
of
one?
them.
The drug
All of
one,
them.
because it was literally Kim and what's his name? Crap. Black Ranger.
This is the guy that played Jason. Oh, Walter.
Zach?
Was it Zach?
Yeah,
was that
Zach, but-
Zach? But
Zach was the character's name.
when they did that PSA, you could obviously tell, one, they were uncomfortable, and two, they didn't want to be there to do this one.
Who does?
I mean, some of them they did acting a lot better.
Let me see.
Walter Emmanuel Jones. Jesus, why do I always forget his middle and last name?
Is,
I've met the dude.
isn't he a choreographer now?
No.
Or is he retired fully?
I don't know what he's doing.
The thing is, we've
He
already
does a lot
talked
of
about
voice-
all this stuff that shaped me as a kid.
Yeah, he does a lot of voice actor work.
Yeah, okay, but you can still talk about it.
In 2023, he was one of the actors in House Party, which was released for video on demand.
Oh God, House Party. We're gonna have to do an episode of old. You know what? I think I know what the next episode of for Bunch of Goofs is gonna be.
Huh.
Nostalgic movies.
You're gonna have to break that
Do you
down.
remember? I think it was Dino Riders, where like the good guys rode the herbivores and the bad guys rode the carnivores.
There's definitely Dino Riders.
And I remember like they could never keep the T-Rex because it was too wild and powerful. So the bad guys would only be able to have the T-Rex for like half an episode, and then you wouldn't see it again because it was like they thought it'd be too over the powered when they have a brontosaur with a cannon on the back. And I'm like, huh?
That brontosaur had more armaments on it than the American government did at the time. But the T-Rex was... I felt bad for the T-Rex in that show because they kept on torturing that poor fucking thing. They're like, all right, we can't control you this way, so we're going to try to mind control you now. All right, that doesn't work. We're going to try electroshock therapy. Stop! Leave the thing alone!
You want to know what's really funny? Don't you know all you had to do to get that thing to go where you want?
Feed it.
Literally, get a piece of meat, a stick, and a string.
Mulan that T-Rex.
All you needed to do was feed the fucker. They never fed it once.
No wonder why I was so angry with them. It's like, you do all this crap and I don't even get dinner? Screw you.
You know, on the same thought process as Megazords and all that. What about Zoids?
Holy crap, why didn't we talk about Zoids?
The Chaotic Century, the big thing with the giant gun.
You're gonna have to be more specific because you know how many things had giant
the gun
guns?
that you can shoot a Liger gun with it. The gun was big enough to fire the Blade Liger.
Yeah.
The Bronto. The Bronto one.
Yeah, the Ultra, whatever the fuck it's called.
Have you guys gone back and tried to watch Zoids?
Yes.
Or for a better term, Gundam?
Yes. You know,
it's so cringy and so hard to watch.
Okay, but if you watch it in Japanese, it's not as bad. It's just because the American dubbing was done by the exact same studio. I know, shut up. I'm just saying there's a reason for that. It's because it's the exact same studio that provided voice actors for things like, oh, I don't know, WB Naruto. Believe it.
Sasuke?
And Sanji.
Naruto? Hey, first off, I love Sanji's fucking voice actor. Sanji's my favorite character in One Piece. I need to get back to watching that shit. The only problem is like there's an entire section of that fucking anime that's not dubbed.
Yeah, that's because it's all filler. And they didn't get the license for that filler. And also, at this moment, there's a good chance we might not get any more dubbing because of fandom. Well, if they would have actually respected Oda's privacy, this wouldn't be a problem. But Oda has specifically and openly stated at this point, because of the American fandoms, he doesn't really want to do manga anymore either.
I don't even want to know what the fuck morons did now.
They outed his actual face and address.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Like it's fandoms, not just American fandoms, but fandoms in general, internet fandoms, are the reason why we're losing people who we're losing the artist who does My Hero Academia. He's going to finish his last manga set, and he probably is going to retire because he doesn't want to deal with it anymore.
Because people can't separate fiction from reality.
Also, I hate to break it to you, it's a story. If you're not writing it, you don't get to say in it. Shut up.
Well, not only that, but people are hounding them for why isn't it done yet? Why isn't it done yet? Why isn't it done yet?
It's like, oh, I don't know, because the
That's the
creative
deal that
process
people
takes
ask me.
time. Shit.
It's another cyberpunk deal.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you think we would have learned from Project Red and all of that debacle?
People
no.
learn?
It's my anime and I want it now.
Then learn how to animate and do it yourself.
No, it's easier to just watch it. It's my anime and I want it now.
No. Your options are do it yourself or be a patient little bitch.
This is J.G. Wentworth. It's my anime and I want it now.
No.
And I think that was part of the reason why hackers first started getting involved.
Mm-hmm.
Started becoming a thing. How do I shut this person up?
If only. Although, just
There's a
remember,
reason why I don't get in any fandoms.
because they suck.
Don't care enough. It's a story. It's entertaining. Like a lot of people like the power scale. It's like you do realize that they're like, oh, Star Wars is better than Star Trek. Star Trek is better than Star Wars. Depends who's writing it. Which side is writing it?
I know.
If it's
So
Star Wars, they're gonna force their way out of it with finger wagging, and if it's science, they're gonna technobabble themselves a wormhole and leave.
You forgot a certain thing. You forgot something. Midi-chlorians.
That's force wagging.
So I'm re-listening to the Adventure Zone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm on the second to last season before I get caught back up to where I'm already caught up.
Uh-huh.
And I just got to one of my favorite lines that I've ever heard anybody say when comparing Star Wars and Star Trek.
Oh, God.
One of the NPCs asked, is a kid. He's like, so what? Or he's like, or one of the dad made a comment. He said something that's like, it's Star Trek did that. And the kid goes, what's Star Trek? And one of the brothers goes, oh, you know, it's like Star Wars, but for nerds.
Fuck you.
So, ever since I've heard that, I have fucking gone on and said that Star Trek is Star Wars, but for nerds.
You bastard. Then again, I like both. I like both Star Wars and Star Trek.
Well, you know, Star Wars is history and Star Trek is science fiction.
Yes, yes. Story long time ago, far, far away.
I just find it funny. Like Warhammer 40K is another great one for crybabies, and we are so off topic.
We are.
We are,
But did you know
we
that
finished
there are
the topic.
dinosaurs in Warhammer 40K?
They're
That
very
doesn't
few and
surprise
far
me.
between, but yes.
I love using dinosaurs in D&D.
There are dinosaurs in D&D too. This is the thing that really bothers me. Like, I don't know why we haven't explored this, but there's an entire fucking continent in the Forgotten Realms that's filled with dinosaurs and dinosaur people.
There's not a single canon Wizards of the Coast 5e module book or on the fucking website that takes you to that continent and solely explores that continent.
It bothers me so much.
Would you like to know how I used to use dinosaurs before? Because I didn't know about this continent. I used to have it where it was somebody was messing with some forbidden magic, and now we have one here. Deal with it.
And then they became the Tarask.
Personally, I like what I had planned for the Legend of Kree that we didn't get to because everybody was taking too long. But
D&D take too long?
well, when we were doing the one shot for the Legend of Kree.
Speaking
I know,
of,
D&D always takes longer than you think.
remember,
But,
for our legends, you need to make a max level character.
You never told me that, but okay.
Oh,
You might want to tell everybody that.
yeah. Yeah.
You forgot.
I forgot.
I don't have to worry about it. I got things to do.
Well,
But
fine,
no,
Oda. Whatever. We're gonna
in-
miss you and
in
stuff,
that-
but you don't want to meet me.
I like to use dinosaurs in what I was gonna use in that instance where you roll a dice and whatever you roll is what you're facing, and then you roll like 2 more dice for like status effects on those monsters, and like 3 of them were fucking dinosaurs
Oh, nice.
out of the 6.
Oh, now I remember what I did. I had a campaign where literally 3.5 had a lot of templates you could apply to monsters.
Mhm.
Like there was the zombie template or the skeletal template. And there's like 10 different skeletons templates. So I took dinosaurs and added the burning skeleton templates to them.
So they're fire dinos?
Because it was a necromancer who found a bunch of dinos' bones. So he made them dino skeletons to fight them and to slow the party down.
He's a paleontologist and a party master.
He's the
Actually, I
party
can see
pooper.
a paleontologist being necromancers.
Yeah.
Looking for the next good bone.
I mean, it would make sense, wouldn't it?
Oh! Before we end,
No.
I
Oh.
have to hit Oda with the joke that I hit you with earlier.
Oh, good fucking God.
Hey Oda, what side of the turkey has the most feathers? The outside.
No, this one grew up in a pillow factory. There's more in its stomach.
That's still on the outside.
In its stomach.
Oh, this
You know what? I'm gonna put one feather inside of a cooked turkey and be like, "You lied to me."
No, it says the more feathers are on the outside.
Well, if it's a cooked turkey, there are no feathers on it.
There could.
I mean, you know what those little burnt like ends are on the skin?
Not anymore.
Those are the cuticles of the feather.
Oh, cuticle your feather.
Cuticle your
Yeah,
face.
but if all I have is cuticles, I'm still bald.
I mean, you could also be getting hair implants and look really weird.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's just a summer balayage. It's a hair system.
You know what? Dinosaurs are smart. They don't have to worry about that.
No, they had feathers. So
So-
some of them.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that what happened? They put male pattern baldness on all the Jurassic Park dinos?
No, they're all running around wearing skirts, so you can check them.
Male pattern baldness is not for men. It's for everybody.
So is Rogaine.
No, he has a podcast.
Not Rogan. I said Rogaine. Rogan could use some Rogaine.
Sir, we have, I think, exhausted our thoughts on all topics and evolved into random bullshit.
Yes, we have.
It's fun.
It is, but alrighty then, everybody. We are going to be ending today's episode of Bunch of Goofs. I really appreciate everybody who joined me for today, as well as for today's pre-show. And of course, we're going to have a late night stream, which I'm still deciding whether or not it's going to be a TikTok exclusive or a YouTube probably going to be TikTok. I don't know. I'll figure it out later. Either way, thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see everybody, if not tonight, tomorrow for some more Space Marines 2. Y'all have a good one now. Bye, Rexy. And the next episode, we are going to be talking about nostalgic movies. And I will figure out how we're going to build that out, but I'll figure it out. Either way, thank you all so much for joining me.
Yeah, considering I had a podcast about nostalgic stuff, so I will go on forever about this shit.
Yeah, I might actually need your help with this. All right.
No, you can't make me.
Either way, I will see you all later. Thank you all so much, and bye-bye.
Ciao.
Bye-bye.
Waiting for YouTube to catch up.
Da 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 da.
There we go.